I was grabbed at a train station. Like a guy grabbed my ass at a train station.
Here in Philly?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine. Nothing bad happened, but it was just like, it still scared the shit out of me because I was like, I kind of just froze. I was like, what's he going to do? And I just froze and let whatever happened happen. And then he just left. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, can you imagine if it was dark out? Like it was light out. Like, can you imagine if it was dark out where that could have gone? It terrified me, you know?
No, I can't imagine. Like, and I say like, oh my God, because like that's traumatic. I can't imagine how that would affect you, you know?
When I explain it to guys what it feels like to be a woman walking around, the only way for a man to understand what that would feel like is if he came in contact with a bear on a hike. Because it's like this thing so much more powerful than you, and it's a kind of like, okay, just be silent. I don't know what this thing's gonna do. So when you're around like a creepy guy like that, it's kind of just like, I'm defenseless. I can't even fight right now. I just have to just stay calm and hope for the best. It's like a really terrifying situation. Yeah.
And like, I guess the difference being like you could call the cops on like a predator type guy.
Yeah.
Predatory animal. It's like I don't know. Is a cop going to help me in this situation? Like
he's going to get eaten too.
Yeah. Like if
I guess they could shoot it, but
yeah, if it's like a park ranger, you're like in the woods or something, and a ranger like comes to the right place at the right time with their whatever.
Yeah.
I guess that could work, but like, yeah, I don't know. I've heard of like this college kid. I think it was when I was going to college as well. This kid went to some state park in New Jersey and like called his mom and was like, Mom, like a bear is stalking me. I think I'm about to die. Like, and like got killed by a bear. And like, I was like, if you had called the cops in that moment, would you have maybe had a fighting chance? Like, did you like, I don't know.
Or the cops came on time? Probably not. He might have had an intuition like, this is it. I got to say goodbye to my mom.
Yeah. Like that's super sad, right? Like that's like even breaks my heart even like telling that story. But like, I don't know. I think in a situation where it's like a creepy dude who's like grabbing a woman or something like that. Like, and I'm happy that that's all that it was. Like it could have been way worse, but like, it's still like, you know, predatory behavior, unacceptable. And you could call the police and they would become like a sex offender for the rest of their life if they're not already.
So that's the thing too. In that moment, you can't really pick up your phone and call the police because like the guy could just grab the phone from your, like, so you just feel all those things about like, should I call the police? Like, you're just like, I have to survive in this moment. And you don't even think about that. Like when stuff like that happens, it's because that's not the first time something like that happened to me. One time I had an apartment where somebody tried to break in the middle of the night at 3:00 in the morning. It turned out just to be a drunk neighbor who still could have attacked me because he used to attack his wife and stuff like that. And he could have maybe he could have been so drunk that thought I was his wife and started hitting me. So something still could have happened. But in that moment, I didn't know it was just a drunk neighbor. I thought I was going to get like sexually like raped. Like I thought something really bad was going to happen because I hear a man trying to break down the door and I'm like, that's it. And I just remember it seems to be because anytime I'm in those types of situations, my response seems to be freeze, which I don't like. I'm like ashamed of myself. I'm like, why don't I do anything more? But my immediate response is play dead, like for some reason. But I remember when that started happening, I just froze and I was like, oh my God, like I might, like kind of like the thing with the bear. I'm thinking in my head, like this could be it. I might die. And I remember feeling like I was going to faint, like this like rush of adrenaline came through my body where I kind of started blacking out. And then all of a sudden I came back to life and I was like, okay, call the cops. It took like a couple seconds to get together to call the cops because he was still doing it. But in that moment that he was breaking down the door, I was like, he's going to break down the door and I'm going to die. But he didn't. I called the cops and it turned out just to be a drunk neighbor, but it still scared the shit out of me because I didn't know it was a drunk neighbor. You know?
You don't know what's on the other end of that door.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he was aggressively trying to break in. That's why I thought it was something really bad. I was like, holy shit, this person's going to kill me because they
terrifying.
were like, aggressively trying to.
Was there like sorry, I thought this was my apartment? Like, was there ever like an explanation?
I've reported him. I mean, that was an old apartment, not this one. I've reported him and apparently other neighbors had issues. He actually did walk in on a male neighbor and started beating him and wrestling him. So he was that's what I mean. Like, oh my God. Yeah, he was a neighbor, but he was a violent person. So he could have come in and thought I was his wife and tried to have sex with me, or like something could have happened, you know.
Probably got charged with being violent against that other person too, right?
Yeah. I think what happened was he broke in the other person's, not broke in, the other person didn't have their door locked. So I guess, but he was drunk. He would do it when he was drunk. He was drunk, went in the neighbor's house. The neighbor said, "Get the fuck out of my house." And he was like, "You want to fight?" And they started fighting each other. Yeah. He was a problem. I caught him like peeing on the lawn, which I guess isn't a terrible thing, but his like pants were completely, he didn't even like do it discreetly. His like whole ass and dick was completely out. And he's just like, it's like the middle of the day, kids are like walking by and he's just like exposed. And I'm just like, I had to report him for that. He was just an alcoholic. Okay. He was just an alcoholic. So
I know the type. The type. You just like, oh, okay, it was them. Like,
yeah. But it still scared the shit out of me. And it still showed me who I am in moments of emergencies. Because like in an emergency, that's what I would do. I freeze and I don't like it, but it is what I do.
Yeah, I know someone who, I think they were on the subway in New York City and the guy tried to like rip his bag off of him. And he had like an iPad in there. He said something valuable in his bag. And he like turned towards the guy and he immediately thought like to attack his knees for some reason, like immediately like just like give him
human instinct,
just a kick to the knees. Like if I can immobilize him, I'll get out of this situation, or just like hurt him bad enough to where he's like, ow, my knee. And he's like, that was the beginning and the end. Like I kicked him right in the knee to like kind of like hyperextend his knee.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Wow.
Just like immobilized him. Like,
yeah, maybe I should. I mean, I've already thought about taking a fighting class and I tried and I wasn't good at it, but
like almost like you're like trying to kick a door down, for lack of a better term, just like kick right through the knee, like the wrong way,
Oh, yeah.
That would hurt so bad.
That made me hurt just thinking about it.
Yeah, right. But like, apparently that's how you end those situations quickly.
Huh. Very good.
There's the eyeballs. I don't really like that because it's pretty gruesome, but like
gouge their eyeballs.
Yeah, that'll end it too.
I mean, I have mace and I have something called a birdie. It's a little alarm that you pull when you're in an emergency. The idea is that it's supposed to scare the predator away because they hear an alarm. They think cops are coming. There's no cops coming. It's supposed to just scare them. But I've heard stories of it working. Like I heard a story of a girl, she got attacked in a bathroom stall and she pulled her birdie and the guy ran away. So. Yeah. Yeah.
If you have like a blunt object or even, mace will end its situation pretty quickly. And I only bring up the eyeballs in a life or death situation. I would never, but like if it's like someone's like got like their arm around like your neck and they're like choking you out.
A last resort option.
Yeah, absolutely. But, no, I don't like confrontation, let alone violent confrontation. Like I'm like, please stay away from me.
I don't even know how we got into this. Like,
I don't know. I guess we were talking about your stuff getting stolen.
Oh, I remember now because we were talking about getting hurt and let down by when people aren't who you think they are. And I was like, one of my neighbors, isn't somebody who I think that we somehow spiraled into gouging people's eyes out. Hey guys, it's me, your host, Andrea Pranzatelli. If you enjoyed this clip today, please don't forget to hit subscribe. It is my dream to become a full-time podcaster, and your support helps more than you could possibly know. So again, hit that subscribe button to help me keep the momentum going on this channel. Also, for every single clip, there is a link in the description to the full episode if you would like to hear the full episode. And I also have a link to my Instagram below if you'd like to follow me on Instagram as well. So that's it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.